In this lecture, I am going to tell you how we can get started with Node.js with Express and MongoDB. Before we started, you have to make sure that you have installed Node.js in your local machine. You can download Node.js from nodejs.org website. I already installed Node.js in my local machine. Now I will create a project folder called node-rest-api. And from this project folder, I will open a new terminal and then I will run npm init command. It will ask some questions to you. You just need to hit enter again and again. This will generate a package.json file inside our project folder. Now let's open the project folder in the code editor. I am using Sublime Text. You can use any other preferred code editor. So I created the project inside my E drive, then JS project, and then node, and then under tutorial folder. Here is my project folder. Now I will install some packages which are required to get started with Node.js with Express and MongoDB. So I am going to install Express, Mongoose, Body Parser, Course, and .nb packages. So let's run this command from our project root. It will take some time to install the packages. So all the packages successfully installed. Now if I check our project folder, you see we have a new folder called node_modules where all the packages are installed. Now I will create a entry file inside our project folder. So I will create a file called index.js inside our project folder, and this will be our entry file. And inside this index.js file, I will require Express, and I will store Express to a variable called Express. Let's require Express module, and then I will store Express function to a variable called app. Then I will check our body parser package documentation, how we can use body parser inside our Express project. So we have to import body parser module inside our index.js file, and then to parse xwww from URL encoded data, we need to use this code, and to parse application/json data, we need to use this code. Okay, I'm going to add this comment also. So this code is helpful to parse xwww from URL encoded data, and this code is helpful for parsing application/json data. Okay, sometime you will get an error message like your request entity too large, so that we need to pass limit here inside this object. So I'll pass limit to 50 MB. You can change it as per your project requirement. Okay, now let's import .nb here, because if we need to get data from .nb file, so that we need to require .nb package. So let's require .nb package here, and we have to call config method of .nb package, and also let's import course package, and then I will write app.use course. Now I am going to connect our project to MongoDB. So we can connect our project to MongoDB with the help of Mongoose package, which I already installed. If I check Mongoose documentation, you see, first of all we need to import Mongoose module, then we need to call Mongoose connect method, and inside this connect method we need to pass the URL. So for MongoDB, we have to install MongoDB inside our local database, inside our local machine. you can download MongoDB from this mongodb.com website. You have to click on the software and then community server, and then you can download from here. You need to choose the platform. I already downloaded MongoDB, and after downloading it, let's install in your local machine, and then you will have a MongoDB folder inside your C drive. I already installed MongoDB, that's why I'm getting MongoDB inside my C drive, then program files folder. You see we have a folder called MongoDB, and inside this MongoDB you have to go to server and then MongoDB version name, and then you have to go to this bin folder, and then you have to copy the address from here, and then you have to open command prompt, and you need to navigate to that exact path, and then to start MongoDB in our local server we need to run mongod command. You see MongoDB has been successfully started in my local machine. If we are getting some error messages like you need to create data and DB folder, you just need to create a folder called data inside your C drive, and then inside this data folder you need to create a folder called DB if you are getting such messages in the console. Okay, I already installed MongoDB Compass community. If you want to use MongoDB Compass community, you can also download MongoDB Compass community from here. I already downloaded MongoDB Compass community server, so I'll open MongoDB Compass community, and it will take some time to initializing the plugins. So MongoDB Compass successfully initialized. Now let's connect to our local server, and then let's create a new database. My database name will be node REST-API, and we need to create a collections during creating a database. So we need users collection, so I'm creating the users collections, and then let's go to our index.js file, and then let's provide the database name here. My database name is node-rest-api. Okay, and if our database successfully connected, then I will print a message in the console. MongoDB connected, and if connection fails, then we'll catch the error and we'll print the error messages. Okay, save this file, and then I'll run our project in local development server. So I'll create a variable called http, and then I'll require http module, and then I'll create a variable called server, and I need to call http dot server method, and inside this server I need to pass the Express app, and then I'll run our project in local development server with the help of server.listen method, and inside this listen method I need to pass the port. So let's create a variable called port, and we can get the port from our env file with the help of process.env, and then the variable name, and if no port is defined inside our .env file, then default port name will be 3000. Okay, now let's create a file called .env inside our project folder, and then let's create a variable called port, and the value will be 4000 from here. Save this file, and then inside this listen method let's provide the port, and then let's provide a callback method, and whenever our server will run, we'll print a message called server is running on port, and the port will be localhost and then the port name. So we need to pass the port name here, and instead of single quote, let's provide this. Now it's time to run our index.js file. So from our project root, I'll run our index.js file with the help of node command. Let's see what we are getting. You see, we are getting server is running on localhost 4000 port. That means our port is coming from our .env file. We are able to get data from this .env file because we already included .env package, and we stored a port from our .env file with this process.env.port. Okay, and the default port is 3000. If no port is defined inside this .env file, let's see what we are getting. Let's stop the server and start it again. Now you see we don't have any port defined inside our .env, and our default port is working. Okay, so we already connected MongoDB and we already run our project in local development server, but I have a solution for you. If you are having some problems during installing MongoDB, okay, sometimes lots of users getting some problems during installing MongoDB, then instead of local database you can use live MongoDB database URL. These are this connect method. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how we can create live MongoDB database URL. So from this mongodb.com you need to sign in. If you don't have an account, you can sign up, or you can log in with your Google account. I am logging with my Google account, and then after login to the MongoDB, you need to create an organization, and you need to give the organization name here, and then click on this next section and then create the organization. So our organization successfully created. Now let's create a project. Let's give project name node-rest-api, and then let's click on this create button. It will create the project inside our MongoDB, and then we need to create a cluster. So we need to click on this build a database button, and then we need to choose this standard section because we are not going to pay MongoDB for development. So let's click on this create button. It is free, and then let's click the region name. I'm choosing Mumbai, and then let's create the cluster. It will take some time to create the cluster, so I'm pausing the video. So our MongoDB cluster is ready. Now let's click on this connect button, and then we need to provide username and password here, and then let's create database user, and then choose a connection method from here. I will choose connect to your application, and then we need to provide this URL inside this connect method, and this is our live URL. Only we need to modify this password here. So the password I provided node-rest-api. Okay, now save this file, and then we need to restart the server again. So instead of stopping the server and starting the server again, we can install Nodemon package. We can install Nodemon package globally. Nodemon is a package so that we do not need to stop and start the server again and again if we make some changes inside our node project. Okay, I already installed Nodemon package. You can install Nodemon package globally by running this command. I already installed Nodemon, so instead of running node index.js, I will run Nodemon index.js, so that whenever I will make some changes inside our index.js file, it will stop the server and it will start automatically again. Okay, so I make this changes inside our index.js file. Okay, let's see what we are getting now. So we are getting server is running on port localhost 3000 console message, but we are not getting MongoDB connected message. Wait for some times. Let's see what we are getting inside our console. We should get an error messages inside our console. Let's wait for some time. Yeah, we are getting this error messages. IP address is not in your Atlas cluster, because we need to add the IP inside our Atlas database, right? So let's click on this network access, and then we need to add the IP. For now, I am allowing all the IP by clicking on this allow access from anywhere. Okay, now if I make any changes, suppose I am changing MongoDB connected successfully. Let's see what we are getting in our console. It will automatically starting the server. You see, it is automatically restarting the server, and now MongoDB connected successfully. That means we are successfully connected our live MongoDB database URL. So we are going to use local database. So I'll change the MongoDB database URL to our local database. So let's provide our local database URL here, and our local database name is node-rest-api. Save this file. You see, our node domain successfully stop the server and start the server again. Now I am going to make our first API endpoint. So we can create our first API endpoint with the help of our Express app. Okay, so I am going to create our first API endpoint with the help of app use, and then inside this app use we need to provide the path, and then to provide the callback function. Okay, and we will get request object and response object here, and this from this callback method I will return a JSON response with the help of send method, and from the send method I will return a message called our first endpoint. Okay, save this file. Now let's visit to localhost 3000 port. From the URL, you see we are getting a JSON response with message our first endpoint. Okay, now I'm going to create a route file. So I'll create a folder called routes inside our project folder, and inside this routes folder I'll create a new file called index.js, and this will be our main route file. And from this index.js file I will export the module with the help of module.exports, and then I'll expect app inside this method as a parameter, and I'll remove this code from here, and I will paste the code inside our routes index.js file. Okay, and then I will import this routes file inside our main index.js file with the help of require method, and our main route is under routes folder, and the file name is index.js. We do not need to provide .js. Okay, now if I check our console that our server is restarted already. Now let's call this API again. We're getting an error, cannot get. Okay, let's see what is the error. Okay, we need to pass app here, right? Because we accepting app as a parameter here, so that we need to pass app here, and this is our Express app. Okay, now this URL should work. Now call this API. You see our endpoint is working. Now I'll create some folders inside our project folder. So I'll create a folder called controllers, where we'll create all the controllers. So let's create a folder called controllers. So this will be controllers, not controller. And let's create a folder called models, and let's create public folder here also, where we'll store our public images. Now I'll store this public path to a global variable with the help of global keyword. So let's create a global variable called public path, and we can get the public path with the help of dir name here and then slash public. Okay, so this will store the public path of our project. Okay, so we already connected our MongoDB database and we already started our MongoDB server, and let's check what we need to do now. So I think we're good to go for our next phase, where we'll create user registration API. So in the next lecture I'm going to create user registration API so that you will learn how to create Mongoose model and how to create controllers. So stay connected.